friends. It's been a very busy week. I'm just catching a minute to update you on everything that's been going on with our revising of Bookio for the writing blog. I have completed revisions on a couple of chapters. Well, it doesn't look like much, but this is about 4 chapters of my novella, and I wanted to do more, but that was a big breakthrough for me, as I've been avoiding doing it for a long time. It just felt so overwhelming. I have another chunk in my clipboard to work on later. I'm not going to work on the weekends. I'm union, so I'm in the Writers Union of Canada, and one of the perks I allow myself is that I don't work on the weekends. But I have been reading. I have something that I've been asked to review for a certain magazine, and I've not had the time to read because it's I've had a lot of ups and downs ups and downs with my mental health in the last little while, and I had several triggers that caused me to have panic attacks recently. Not too recently, like before I started my channel, but the residual effects meant that it was very difficult to focus, and that happens a lot, I find. So what I do in that case is I write to the magazine and I tell them, I update them on my mental health and that I'm going through a rough time and I'm going to need some leeway with my review. So I got stuck in, I read about a quarter of the book yesterday. I think I'm going to be recommending it. I'm going to read as much as I can in the next 2 days or so over the weekend. And hopefully my impressions will stay the same. I think they probably will. This writer I've read before, and it's fairly consistent with her work from in another book. So I still have, sorry for jiggling the camera, still have quite a lot to revise. So that's going to be my task for next week. Also, real life things have come in the way as well. Like the landlord is a sort of perennial thorn in my side, I would say. He caused a lot of the triggers that I have, or he sets them off. And he wants to come over to do some work on the apartment, so that's going to be, he always makes it very vague when he's coming over, instead of saying like I'm coming over on this particular day in this particular time, which, as I said before, scheduling is a nightmare when it comes to anything, because we have PSWs that come all the time, at different times every day, and so having him just being like I'm just gonna come over it's really stressful to find like a good time when he can come over. And then when he's here, he often makes like ableist comments and things, so I have to deal with ableism, so I'm not looking forward to that. He said he was going to come over yesterday, he just didn't come over, so it's like he can come over anytime. That's not really what is legal in our province, but he just does it anyway, even though like I've had social workers talk to him about it and things. Yeah, maybe a little too much information, but this is a writing vlog and I'm talking a lot about disability and like my daily life as it affects my writing. because when I have these triggers, I can't find the focus to be able to work on something, and that's a real problem that I'm struggling with. So what else happened this week is I started doing Let's Plays. Now the Let's Plays, you may notice that there's a lot of them, a lot of videos. They were actually part of my coping mechanism for dealing with the triggers. So I was realizing that I was starting to spiral a little bit, and my usual self-care routines, like I meditate every day, things like that, were not able to really help me shift my mindset enough. So I distract myself with something that is like very low stakes, and I am really enjoying it. I know that there's like practically nobody is watching those videos, and that's absolutely fine, because I just find so much joy in playing these games and recording it. I even will listen back to it, and it's like very soothing, self-soothing type of thing. So you can expect to see some more of those videos, but maybe not so like a lot of them. I know I've been posting a lot because I've been playing a lot to try to distract myself from the stress. But I'm getting more into balance. Like I reward myself every time I finish a chapter or something. I would play like about 15 minutes, and then 10-15 minutes, and then record it, and I'm trying it. Those videos are not as polished as these vlogs are, because I often have difficulty with the audio track. There's a lot of noise from the computer and noise from my mom will make comments and things, so I'm trying to pick up audio editing, and the software I'm using for video editing is like really very basic, and it doesn't really cut it. Like I can't, for instance, separate the audio track from the video track. It's something that I can do in iMovie, but I can't do it with the desktop PC program that I have, which is very annoying. So that's where I'm at with the writing and like self-care stuff. I had some deliveries. Another good news, that the landlord had said that he's going to start charging us to put in an air conditioner, because usually he has this air conditioner that he cleans and he installs every year, and he just decided that he's not going to do that anymore, and so we have to pay for him to install it. And so I'm talking with Mom about whether she actually wants to do that or not. And so one of the things that I did was I got some fans for us, just in case, She seemed very opposed to the idea of having to pay for the air conditioner. It's not a monthly fee, but it would be like a big one-time fee for him to install it. And we don't really have much of an option, because it would be more expensive to buy our own, and I don't have the stamina to clean it and maintain it. So if we want air conditioning, which in the summer here, it's sweltering hot, very humid, so it's a necessity. So those fans are not really going to cut it, I think. I also completed in terms of visual art, which I haven't been doing a lot of lately, and that's also a coping skill for my condition. I have post-traumatic stress disorder, by the way. I know that I've talked a little bit about disability, but not so much about like what exactly my disability is. I have a very bad back as well. So stamina issues and my back, when I help out with mom with her tending, I'm bending over a lot and it really hurts my back. But with the visual art, that's something that's like a art therapy thing for me. And I got some new supplies. I have now a Copic marker collection, which I have been building over the course of a number of years. But instead of buying the really expensive packs of like 75 markers or 100 and something that go for $200, $300, I've been buying individual Copic Chow markers and just building up a collection of blending trios. And so now I have like I have two little bags here of, I don't want to jostle the camera anymore, but like I have two bags about this size. So there's not a huge number of markers, but this is, in theory, this is as much as I'll ever need. So I won't be buying the huge packs and then not using more than half the markers. This is my sketchbook. I don't know if I can make it focus. I got these stickers off of Etsy. I have a really ugly style study that I did of, this is Memories of the Harvest by Abdul Rahman al-Mozayan, who is a Palestinian who was a Palestinian artist. So this was a very, this was my first actual style study that I've done. I followed a guideline that was actually by another YouTuber named Shrish, and I'll link her channel and maybe the video as well about how to do style studies. And so I followed her guideline in terms of questions to ask myself about the style of this artist, and his style is very like folk art style, and so the colors are very bright and not terribly realistic. The skin is very orange and yellow, so that's why I got a lot of oranges in my marker collection, because this was not done with Copics. It was done with these pigment markers, and so they don't blend well, and it's just, woo, it's a bit of a shock. So these are, in the back, I like to do swatches. So this is my marker collection. That's all of the Copics that I have. And these are the pigment markers that I have. So you see, they don't really blend that well. So that's all I have to share today. I'll probably splice in some clips of the Let's Plays that I've been doing and things like that, just to spice up the video a little. But it was nice talking with you. I'm really enjoying being on YouTube, even though I'm having these issues with the tech and software and stuff. Yeah. Thanks for joining me on this journey. I'm really looking forward to going further with you. So I'll see you next time. Bye.